welcome to another episode
of the Wanderers of Weird podcast.
We're excited to be here.
Yeah.
Wednesdays are officially my favorite day of the week now.
Hashtag Wanderers Wednesday.
Hashtag Wanderers of Weird podcast. I don't know why I felt the need to do that in a funky voice, but
It's
hey,
fine.
it was a good time.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Sometimes our intrusive thoughts win.
Hey, you know, it's fine. As long as it's not like the bad intrusive thoughts.
Right.
Like the ones where it's like, wonder what would happen if I just swerved over.
Touched this hot stove
or
burner.
Swerved over into oncoming traffic. Mine was a little darker than yours. That went to a weird spot.
It's okay. I think
It's
about
fine.
that sometimes too. I'll just be driving and I'll just be like, what would happen if I just yanked the wheel?
Or what would happen if I just let go of the wheel when there's a car pulling out in front of me?
Hey, why you gotta be bringing up old shit?
I mean, whatever. So today we have prepared for you. We're going to talk about hidden messages in like music, in the music industry. I've kind of focused somewhat on country music, and then I've got a couple that aren't so much country. We live just outside of Nashville, so I felt it was relevant to bring some country.
Yeah.
Three of these songs are like old school country, like old school. I do like a good hidden message in some music, though.
Yeah.
Makes you think about shit.
And
there's a lot out there.
oh yeah, and like I'll be, of course, telling you all about Taylor Swift and her her contributions to hidden messages, which honestly is insane. I don't think you're ready.
Legitimately was going to touch on a couple Taylor Swift things, and then I sent her a message and was like, I'm just going to let you have this.
And I basically wrote a dissertation, so.
So my sources for this one, I found a video on YouTube called Top 10 Dark Hidden Messages in Country Music. Another one was an article on a website called, I should have had this up, storyofsong.com. And then also ABC News. I found an article on the other one. So the first song that I have is a song called Old Shep by Red Foley. This is an old AF song. It's a song about this man's dog. You know, they grew up together. It was his best friend. The dog saved him from drowning. Then later on in the song, it goes on to talk about how he planned to put Shep down.
Aww.
Like, as far, like, it even talks about shooting him in the head.
Aww.
Yeah. Thankfully, throughout the song, that plan was not followed through. The dog eventually, obviously, died of hopefully natural causes or old age or whatever. But that was dark.
Yeah.
I found that country music was dark as fuck back there in the day.
Yeah.
The king of dark shit in his songs, Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
The song I Hung My Head was a song about how he shot a man for no other reason than to work on his aim. States that he believes, and this is what got me, he believed that after his execution, he will reunite with the man that he killed, and they will walk hand in hand through the pearly gates together. I'm not thinking that this dude is going to be waiting.
Right. He might be waiting, but he
not
might
for
be
that
waiting
reason.
to whoop your ass.
I started to say, he's waiting for you to pull up. Waiting
for you to catch these hands.
Right. This next song, I just played it for Brittany before we started recording. This one threw me for a loop.
Yeah.
I was appalled.
Yeah.
But we found that there's a story behind it.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it good. Doesn't make it okay.
No.
This song is by the Louvin brothers called Knoxville Girl. So Knoxville is a town in Tennessee. So I felt that it was relevant. I'm not a fan of Knoxville. I'm not a Tennessee. That's where University of Tennessee is. There's a whole lot of orange, and that's not in my color wheel.
Knoxville's okay. They've got a McKay's there.
We got a McKay's in Nashville.
Yeah. The one in Knoxville, though, is huge.
I will take your word because I don't want to go to Knoxville.
It's okay.
There's a lot of orange. Makes me want to throw up.
Meh.
But this song is a bright and cheery sounding song. It sounds like any other older country music song. Sounds like all the shit my granddaddy used to play when I'd stay at their house. And, you know, he'd play on his mandolin and it sounded just like that, but I never heard him sing anything like this. It talks about how he met his love, this beautiful lady. Every Sunday, he'd hang out at her house. They went for a walk. He picks up a stick and proceeds to beat her with it. She begged for her life, and he continued to beat her until she died. And then he threw her in the river, grabbed her by the hair of her head, drug her around, and threw her in the river, and then went to jail. Told her when he got home, his mom was all worried.
Yeah.
He's covered in blood. He lied to her and told her he had a nosebleed.
Yeah.
But he went to jail. Thankfully. That was dark. If you guys haven't heard this song, it's definitely worth a listen.
Oh, yeah, because we just, like, I had to read the lyrics to grasp what, because the song, I mean, it's not a bright and cheery song.
Well, it's
sung in a way where you're, like, hearing the words, but they're not sinking in. And then you go, oh.
Yeah, I was a little shocked about it.
So, like, and I looked up, like, is there, like, a meaning behind this, or what? So, apparently, according to planetslade.com, the murderer was called Francis Cooper, and his victim was Ann Nichols, and he killed her because he'd knocked her up and didn't want to marry her. And the lyrics of the ballad give the rest of the details of his crime.
Look it up, guys. I was shocked as shit.
Me too.
So this next country song is a little bit newer of a song. It's not a super new song anymore, but it's newer than these. Eric Church's Creepin'. I've always liked that song just because it's got a weird vibe to it.
I don't think I've ever heard it.
It's such a good song.
I don't know that I've ever heard an Eric Church song.
Oh, well, it's because you've not been big into country for that long.
If he walked up to me and called me a bitch, I would not know that was Eric Church.
This song kind of, it's one of those things where you listen to it and it's going to mean something a little different to everybody just based off of what they got going on in their life and how they're feeling. But the video referenced that the video that I watched, the top 10 dark hidden messages in country music, she said that she thought it was about hunting initially. I don't know how the hell she got that from any of it, but consensus is that the song is actually about not being able to get out of your own head, having invasive, intrusive, upset thoughts. You've been going through a hard time, whatever. Yeah. Broke up with your girlfriend, generally what a country music song is about. Yeah. Lost your dog, whatever. But it not being able to get out of your own head, and that leads to a dark slope, to go to madness. It talks about how he tried to forget memories with drinking, smoking. I think it mentions caffeine. And it ends up talking about he almost took it too far. Mm-hmm. And he got in too deep. But I've always loved that song.
I'll have to listen to it because I've never heard it.
It's a good one. It's a good one. This next song I'm real excited about because actually I'm going to skip that. I'm going to come back to it and I'm going to do this one because this one I get emotional about. This next song. Mm-hmm. The Eagles, Hotel California.
Yeah. I love that song. I love particularly singing that song. It's such a good song.
Fun fact.
Oh, I know. I was there.
Fun fact. I used to be able to half-ass carry a tune and sing. And
it's true. I was there too.
I was in our middle school would have an annual talent show every year. Mm-hmm. And I would sing in the talent show every year, but our 8th grade year, one of the kids' dad was helping do the talent show, and this kid played guitar, and his dad was there during tryouts for the talent show, and he loved the way I sang and decided that he wanted to put together a small band with his son so that we could do something big. And so we decided to play Hotel California, and it was so much fucking fun. Yeah. We recorded in a studio, the whole nine. It was a great experience. Still one of my top 5 Eagles songs ever. I love the Eagles. Yeah. But the song was written by one of the members, Glenn Frey. Mm-hmm. It's about excess in America. The band, kind of stated that in multiple interviews. It's a commentary on the hedonism of self-indulgence of America. He stated in an interview with Rolling Stone that song was their interpretation of the high life in LA as middle-class kids from the Midwest.
Yeah.
Which makes a lot of sense because it talks about, the lavish life and, the feasts and the parties and the dancing and, all that kind of stuff. And it's one of those songs that you can sit and listen to and it legitimately paints a picture in your mind.
Oh, yeah.
It is like when we did it in the talent show, I had a clear idea of what I wanted my outfit to look like based off of the way the song made me feel. Yeah. The Eagles do a great job of painting pictures. Great job of painting pictures.
I'm not a huge Eagles fan. There's a couple of songs that it's not that I like or dislike them. It's just
I love the Eagles.
It's not what I grew up on. So
that's exactly what I grew up on. My parents were big into the Eagles and stuff like that. I honestly think I was born in the wrong era because that type of music is.
See, isn't it kind of weird how like your parents' generation, their music kind of influences you? Because like your parents, I would say, are the generation before my parents,
right?
And because like you're your parents' youngest kid, but I'm my parents' oldest kid. And, like, my parents grew up in the 80s. And, like, your parents already had a child in the 80s. So, like, your parents are more influenced by 60s and 70s. And my parents are 70s and 80s.
What I find funny, though, is growing up, I hated that shit.
Oh, yeah.
I hated listening to it.
My mom is a huge Def Leppard fan. And I've always loved Def Leppard. But, like, I would say not to the extent that she does, but, both of my parents' music tastes have kind of meshed into both me and my sister.
Right.
So.
My mom would listen to, like, what we consider now oldies rock.
Even stuff from it just kills me, because even, like, our oldies rock station is, like, got Pearl Jam on it.
Fucking
and I'm like,
yes.
And I'm like, I feel attacked.
I remember when this song came out. No. But Mom would also listen to, like, funk.
Yeah.
Like, funk. And I hated that. I still to this day can't listen to half that shit. But, like,
yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm good.
That's not my vibe.
I'm good with the oldies rock, like, what is classic rock to us.
Yes.
But, in that same token, here is my favorite. Yes. My favorite, I would venture to say this is my favorite band of all time. Fleetwood Mac. I love Fleetwood Mac. I could listen to Fleetwood Mac daily. I do listen to Fleetwood Mac most days.
Yeah.
Not here so much often.
I do really like, I didn't used to, but I have, because like my mom listened to Stevie Nicks when I was growing up, and like Edge of 17.
She's a goddess.
I've always loved Edge of 17.
She's a
goddess. But like as I've gotten older, I've taken on more of an appreciation of it. Right.
Well, there's nothing better than to, on a rainy, dreary day, especially like in the fall when it's not like super cold outside, but it's not hot.
Yeah.
And like just listen to Stevie belt some shit out, like.
Right.
Oh, makes you feel like you want to do some witchcraft. She's a freaking goddess. I love her. But her song, Silver Springs. So this is kind of on my For You page, it's kind of a hot topic on TikTok. The song Silver Spring. The song was named after Silver Spring, Maryland. So they were like traveling. She saw that on a sign and thought, that's really pretty. So she incorporated it into the song. But the song was inspired by the breakup of Stevie and her bandmate, Lindsey Buckingham. My speculation on this, and I'm not saying this is the truth, this is just my speculation, based off of hearing the words of the song, and I'll quote lyrics here in a second, and seeing a video of her performing this live.
Yeah, and this was like I know what performance you're talking about, and that was like years after that album came out.
Yeah.
Like this, I want to say this performance was in the 90s or early 2000s.
Yeah, she's still butthurt about it, but she wrote this song feeling some type of way, and there's no confirmation, but listening to the words and the way that she portrays it, especially in that performance,
yeah,
she was a woman scorned and put a fucking spell, hex, whatever on this man. Because, let me, just based off of these lyrics here, don't say that she's pretty. And did you say that she loves you? Baby, I don't want to know. And can you tell me, was it worth it? Baby, I don't want to know. Time cast a spell on you. You won't forget me. I know I could have loved you, but you would not let me. Time cast a spell on you, but you won't forget me. I was such a fool. I know I could have loved you, but you would not let me. Give me one more chance. I'll follow you down to the sound of my voice will haunt you. You will never get away from the sound of the woman that loves you. And when she is singing this...
Oh, yeah. You can just... The delivery of it.
She is piercing holes into this man's soul with her eyes. This...
and he knows it. You can look at him and tell he fucking knows it.
He's like, I fucked up. But you can't... That witchy woman is not one to be taken lightly by any stretch of the imagination. She's... God, I just love her so much. Like... I want to be her best friend.
Oh, yeah. I would just like to, and also, fun fact, did you know that she likes to give crystals away?
What?
Yes.
Stevie.
Like, she has, like, collects crystals. Like, I saw this in an interview recently. I think I saw it on YouTube. And she was like, you know, if I feel like it belongs with somebody else, like, I'll give it to them.
Yes. Stevie. I live... just outside of Nashville, Tennessee. Can I please, like, literally, I would just stand and, like,
honestly, it's enough.
Listen.
If she were to even hear this, that would be enough.
Oh, I would fucking die. Fucking die. I just want to stand in your presence. I won't speak. I'll just stand there and drool or some shit. I don't fucking know.
The vibe.
Like, have you watched American Horror Story Coven?
No.
Okay, so, worth a watch. That's my favorite season.
I really liked Freak Show.
She made a cameo in this season.
Oh, okay.
She came in.
That doesn't surprise me.
The girl that she was brought in to meet was a huge Stevie fan. And, like, she was just like, her reaction to seeing Stevie is very much so much like I would. Man, and Stevie gave that girl, like, her little shawl thing. Fuck, girl. I would just kill over right there. I fangirl so hard about Stevie. She's gorgeous. She is an absolute gorgeous woman.
Oh, yeah.
But that's all I got. I'm ready.
You ready for my...
Taylor tirade?
It's really not that bad. I tried to...
I will keep my snarky comments to a minimum. Try to. Anyway.
I tried to... Because, like, I like her music. And I think she is absolutely stunning. Age is in reverse somehow. She's our age. But, like, just skin of a newborn baby. I mean, it's the millions, probably.
She's got the money to have a really good skin routine.
Right. So, if you didn't know, there's a whole wiki dedicated to Taylor Swift.
Why am I not surprised?
Swiftopedia.
Jesus. Fuck.
Today.com, Billboard.com, and EW.com are my sources for this week. So, it's no secret to anybody that Taylor Swift likes to play games. And she primarily, I think it's more of a relationship that she has with her fans than anything else. So she hides Easter eggs in her music and mostly in her videos. And social media posts. That's important. She recently said in an interview on Jimmy Fallon that her most recent Bejeweled music video had a psychotic amount of Easter eggs in it. And they had to have a PDF document to keep track of them all. She hears noises going on. She's just staring into space.
Her cat's just, like, staring at this door and, like, in different directions, though, and I was kind of getting concerned because I was like, does she see something I don't?
But I don't consider myself to be a tried and true Swiftie. But even I could see, you know, all of these hidden messages. And hidden messages are not new for Swifties. since her first album. Hold on. I lost my spot. Okay. So she hid messages in the lyric booklet of the CD, which held clues to the song's subjects. And this continued from her self-titled debut album to Fearless to Speak Now, Red in 1989. And according to her Swiftopedia page, T-Swizzle herself would often capitalize certain letters in the booklet to form a message. But in others, she would uncapitalize messages. Because she did in 1989. 1898. I'm very tired. So, Swifties around the world are obsessed with finding these clues. Like, I got onto Taylor Swift TikTok, and
I'm so glad I'm not there.
Oh, it's a madhouse. It's absolutely insane. The things that these people... Because even I bought into it. I'm not going to lie. So, when she released her most recent album, Midnights, she put hashtag TS capitalized, Midnights, and then the end of Midnights was a TS and it was capitalized. So, what did these psychopath fans think that meant? Because the album came out, it was 4 vinyls, the back of it forms a clock. It's a square, okay? TS, Times Square. They thought she was going to do something for New Year's at Times Square. We got ghosted. Nothing happened. I was so excited because I was like, it makes sense. It makes so much sense, and nothing happened. So, anyway, these people, Swifties, are obsessed with finding these messages. And everything this woman does is a conspiracy. Which, honestly, can you just imagine living that life? Being like, I've done this to myself. I'm to blame for this.
I mean, I feel like...
But you can't have a single moment of peace.
I feel like I would almost, I'm sure at some point it probably gets old as fuck, but me being the person that I am would fucking love it and would just leave
and I think that's what she does.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. I think, as annoying as it looks to me, I think she eats this shit up. Because, she can't just go and do things like we do. So, she's pretty much, sequestered. And, she's got to do something for fun.
She can't even go to Target without everybody clocking it as the Taylor Swift
Target. I swear those buggies are nicer.
I was literally about to say that those buggies really do be just pushing so much easier.
They just glide across the Target floor.
And it's not even the nicer of the Targets in town.
It's really not. Somebody got stabbed outside of it.
It's old. It's like an old-ass Target.
It's the first one around here, I think.
Yeah.
So, in an interview in 2019, Taylor Swift said herself that she has trained her fans to, to find these clues and be conspiracy theorists for her. She said, I love that they like the cryptic hint dropping, because as long as they like it, I'll keep doing it. It's fun. It feels mischievous and playful. And the way that these people get pumped up about a theory is just so fun to witness. Which I get to do on a regular basis. So, she knows what she's doing. She really does. And I have to give her credit for that. But she's playing with people.
Taylor Swift.
But it is kind of fun being part of something that isn't just oh, here's my new album. Give it a listen if you feel like it. But there's puzzles to solve that go along with it. It's a little maddening, but it's fine. So in 2017, I was I was just starting to dip my toe into Swiftyism. That's what I'll call it. Swiftyism.
I like it.
And I thought her fans were insane. Legit insane. Because I was how do you love somebody this much that you do not know? But she does, like, cool stuff for her fans. Like, she's hosted listening parties at her own home for, like, a certain amount of fans. She seems really, really nice, honestly.
I mean, yes, but there are a lot of celebrities out there that do nice things.
That's true.
For their fans, and they aren't necessarily nice people.
That's true. That is true.
You know who I'm talking about.
There's a lot of them. I don't know specifically who you're talking about. Oh, yeah.
I ain't trying to call nobody out.
So, in 2017, Reputation was released. And previous to that, she had been, like, radio silent on social media and in public for over a year, I think. As, like, she deleted every social media post that she had ever made on Twitter, Instagram, everything. And then suddenly there was an influx of hidden messages. So she released Look What You Made Me Do, and the video was chock full of hidden messages about her past scandals, such as Kanye West, and then the lawsuit. So in the video, Taylor sits on a throne of snakes, which is what Kim Kardashian is thought to have called her in a tweet with a single snake emoji. And from there on after, and this was about like 2016, I think, anything that Taylor Swift posted, she had an influx of snake emojis in her comments. And then there was also a dollar bill next to Swift when she was laying in the bathtub of diamonds, which is most likely a reference to the sexual assault lawsuit that concluded in August of 2017, where a former DJ had sued her for $3 million after she accused him of groping her in 2013. So he sued her for lost wages. And because he was like, oh, I didn't do that. Well, she countersued for $1 and won. And then in the I don't think there was a whole lot during the Lover era, which I really enjoyed the Lover era. That was when she started getting a little bit more acoustic, and it was just really just nice. But anyway, with the Me video that she released, the song was with Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco.
Love Panic at the Disco.
And with the Easter eggs in the video, people were able to figure out when the album was coming out and what it was going to be called. And then in April of 2020, she posted a selfie to Instagram with the caption, "Not a lot going on at the moment," when there was in fact a lot going on. She then posted a collection of images to Instagram that, when put together, formed the album cover for Folklore. And 5 months later, she posted a photo of her lounging in some cozy PJs and once again captioned it, "Not a lot going on at the moment." And then Evermore was released at midnight that night. And personally, I feel like the Midnight's release has been the most chaotic thing that I have ever experienced in my life. I don't know when I became this person. So I was very fortunate, and I got Taylor Swift Eras Tour tickets. I have never in my life waited for this long for tickets to see anybody, ever. I was in that queue for like 8 hours.
No, thank you.
I don't know why.
I might wait that long for Stevie, maybe.
Oh, for sure. But like
Chris Stapleton, I'd do it for Chris.
I just don't know when I became this person. I don't know when it happened. I don't know how it happened. It kind of crept up on me. But anyway. So
what your 30s do.
I guess so. My 30s turned me into a Swiftie. Just imagine what my 40s are going to do. Anywho.
I'm not ready.
So, in spring of 2022, Swift gave a speech at NYU's graduation ceremony, and there were lyrics for the Midnight's album in the speech. And the album wasn't released until October of 2022. And there was a teaser video and a TikTok series called Midnight's Mayhem with Me, where she used a bingo spinner to reveal the track titles of on the album. But we didn't find out that there was a 3 a.m. edition with like 6 extra songs until after the initial album was released. Let's see. There were also, in the series on TikTok, there were little Easter eggs here and there. But the Anti-Hero video and the Bejeweled music videos were just insane for Easter eggs and hidden messages. And it was just a lot to take in. It was overwhelming. The Bejeweled music video was released on the 12th anniversary of the release of Speak Now, which she can now legally re-record, and was just jammed full of references to that album. And it truly is a psychotic amount of Easter eggs. So if you're interested, I'll leave a link in the description box for the Entertainment Weekly article that lists them all. I don't expect anybody to be as passionate about Taylor Swift as I am, and I realize that, like, this portion of this episode might be boring to some, and you might not want to listen to it, and that's totally fine. And I promise to not continue bringing up Taylor Swift.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I have never, ever, ever been a Taylor Swift fan. So do some of her songs, are they kind of catchy? Yes. Do I listen to them? Yes. Mostly because one of my children, enjoys her music. And it's fine. Do I discourage her from listening to it? Only if she's like, here, Mom, I'm going to play you this song. Yeah, because I don't want to hear it. But, like, you know, two of my kids play soccer, and they want to listen to, like, pump-up songs before games on the way. Yeah. So Gemma will, like, almost always want to listen to Shake It Off. Yeah. So that's fine. We'll do that because that gets her pumped and ready to go. Taylor Swift, right. Good job pumping my child up and just Shake It Off. It's fine. But listening to that, I'm like, okay, I kind of wish that I followed it enough to, because it seems like I like to be Sherlock Holmes. I like to, like, see shit. I like to find shit.
And there's so much shit to find.
And I feel like for half a second I was like, oh, I might be interested in looking into this. And then I thought, it's Taylor Swift, so probably not.
It's a lot.
But, like, I'm here for it. I just like watching you talk about it because you're so fucking passionate about it.
Yeah, you can tell that I'm excited. Like, I'm vibrating with excitement.
I love when she gets excited about shit.
But, like, I don't know how I was drawn in, but I'm kind of glad I was. So, here we are.
I mean, listen, so
I'm a Swiftie.
She gets excited about the Swiftie.
And
my energy toward her being a Swiftie is about the same as the energy she gave me when I, like, dove headfirst into my obsession with Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah. She just doesn't
get it. I mean, like, and that's fine. To each their own. But, like, yeah. Taylor's not bad. She's
alright.
She's gotten
better with age. Her voice has matured.
She has talent. I'm not saying she's talentless. I'm not saying she's bad. I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah,
I am not trying to start beef with T Swizzle by any stretch of the imagination. It's just not my cup of tea.
Oh yeah, and that's totally fine because not everything is meant for everybody.
Right.
Like that's why there are so many options of things to listen to.
Right.
I mean, it's like, you know, there's always been the Beatles versus Rolling Stones. But it's like, I really enjoy the Beatles, but I don't enjoy the Rolling Stones.
I don't like either one.
Not because they're bad, because they wouldn't be what they are if they were bad. It's just not what I like.
Right. I used to like the Rolling Stones. I did, but it's like, the older I've gotten, I'm just not a fan of either one of them. Well, I'll listen to their music if it comes on the radio, yeah. But, like, if I'm listening to Spotify, Alexa, next song.
Right.
But that's usually because it comes on a playlist and I'm really just wanting to listen to Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. And so, like, next song,
But then,
please.
You know, I also listen to, like, Young Gravy, and that is not good. It's not. It's awful.
Yeah.
He can't sing. It's just not good. But, like, it's catchy, and it gets me in a good mood.
That's me with Jelly.
So
I love Jelly Roll. But, like, I
love Jelly Roll's wife.
Same. I'm here for Bunny. Like,
I love Bunny.
She is my favorite, and she's fucking gorgeous.
Oh, stunning.
But, like, we were listening to Jelly the other night, and it was his, is it called Save Me? I don't, it's a song, it's like, somebody save me. But anyway, it's one of my favorite songs that he sings. And I was listening to it the other night, I was cooking dinner, and Maddie was like, this is not good. This is awful. And I was like, I feel the same way about some of your shit music, but that's fine. I mean, and honestly, he is not the best of vocalists. His older shit, when it was like more rap, yeah, man could do it. He could spit it. But like this newer stuff that he's doing, he doesn't have the greatest voice, but man, I fucking love him. I mean, I'm kind of, ooh, sorry, I just hit my mic. I'm kind of pissed that we didn't go to the concert. I am kind of pissed about it. When he came to Nashville last month, we didn't go, and I'm kind of upset about it, but you know, whatever. I love his shit, and a lot of his music has really good message to it. He just dropped a song within the past month that talks about a girl that overdoses. Mm-hmm. And that song hit home so fucking hard for me. And like your music, you know, your music's helping somebody. Yeah. You know it is.
Right.
And that's what they're here for.
Yeah, and like that's what especially a lot of the newer Taylor Swift stuff does for me, is it like touches a part of me that I didn't know existed, and a lot of stuff that she writes about resonates with me, and it feels very personal. And
I just want to mention that when you said it touches a part of you, all I could think about was that movie School of Rock, when he gets busted that he's not really a teacher, and he's like, your kids have all touched me, and I've touched them, and the parents start freaking out. That's one of my favorite movies.
But yeah, like there's some stuff that just resonates with me, different than, you know, because like I also listen to Cardi B, but that doesn't make me like feel anything. Like, it makes me feel happy and excited.
I couldn't tell you that I've ever listened to a full song of Cardi B.
Oh.
That's just not my genre, though.
Yeah. I have my moments. I'm a little all over the place.
I listen to the Lardy B.
Yeah.
I love her.
But yeah, I'm a little all over the place.
Lardy B's the reason why I can't lose weight, because I like being fat. She makes me feel good about being fat.
She's so pretty, too.
She is so fucking pretty. We appreciate women. We've said how many women along the road of this podcast, we've said, she's so fucking pretty, about how many women.
But yeah, so that's what I have for this episode for this week.
If you guys know of any other songs that have hidden deep, dark meanings too, it doesn't necessarily have to be dark, but you know, hidden meanings too. Yeah, let us know.
Or not so hidden, because Knoxville Girl did not sound hidden. But like it's hidden within like a slightly jaunty tune,
right?
Because I was listening to it and I was just like,
you don't expect that type of music to have that type of meaning,
right?
Like, and when I said it was how did I call it? Bright and cheery, is that what I said? Yes, bright and cheery sounding song. I didn't mean that it's like a bouncy, like...
Yeah, it's not Shake It Off by any means.
No. It's just not what you would expect that message to come through. Yeah. It's not. Like, you think old school Hank Sr. kind of music. Yeah. And then you hear him talking about beating the fuck out of this woman. Yeah. That song threw me for a loop.
I'm sure that there's a ton.
Oh, I'm so sure. We could maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll revisit this.
Maybe.
And I promise I won't preach
T-Swizzle.
The religion of T-Swizzle to you.
What religion are you? Church of Taylor. All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for another episode out the door.
Follow us on Facebook,
TikTok,
Instagram,
Twitter.
You can email us,
wanderersofweird@gmail.com. We want to hear what you're thinking.
Yeah.
We want to know. Leave us reviews.
Hit us with some ideas. We're working on our list for 2023.
It's not that we're already running out of ideas. We just want to talk about things that you guys want to listen to.
Yeah.
My husband wants us to talk about superstitions.
It's on my list.
He also said last night that he wanted us to do an episode on bullshit ghost paranormal activity, paranormal investigators. I feel like we're going to have to wait a while on that one because that could cause some beef.
Yeah. It's okay, though. We're not looking for friends.
We're not. Well, I ain't trying to start no shit with Zach Bagans.
I think we're running out of time. I can't get into it here.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. We appreciate all you're doing. Let us know. Share us out. Leave us reviews.
Yeah, leave us a review. Apple Podcasts. You can give us 5 stars on Spotify. I don't know what the rating system is on the other platforms we're on, but those are just the 2 that I know about.
Right. We're on anywhere you can listen.
Yeah. iHeart. We're on iHeart.
Amazon.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting us a YouTube channel with just the audio format.
Oh, I was so nervous about that.
No. Just the audio format.
Maybe one day we'll get brave enough to do videos.
Maybe. We'll need a better setup than my dinky little office.
Hey, we'll get there.
But
thanks.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Bye.